And don't forget, tomorrow we're showing the head with two things. I mean, the thing with two heads. Until then, this is Elvira saying unpleasant dreams. This is another comics review episode. And doing two videos today, so I'm trying to figure out which one I was doing first. A nice little stack of comics to go through. Starting off with the Batman and Scooby-Doo Mysteries. This is number 8 of 12. This is the second volume. First volume was a lot of fun. Second one's, I think there's better stories in the first volume, but they're getting into more fun issues with this one. Like this issue, we get to see the gang go to a demonstration where Daphne's doing some martial arts and a giant bat figure just happens to appear. And at the same time, we got Batman hanging out with a whole new Scooby Gang style crew. And the Scooby Gang's like, "Oh, what's up with that? Why don't you just give us a call?" And then they kind of recall all the mistakes they made around Batman. Caused them to fumble and bumble all over the place. And almost make them lose the people they were hunting down. But yeah, this is a fun one. You get Deathstroke in it. You get Penguin, Catwoman, all make appearances throughout this. Yeah, I don't want to give away any tips to who done what and what did who, but this is an enjoyable one. Gotta read it to find out why Batman has a whole new Scooby Gang of characters that he's working with. Let's see what happens with that. But it was enjoyable. As usual, they're all good reads and they're nice and cheap. And you can pre-order them for like $1.79, $1.59, something like that. And I think they're $3 cover price otherwise. But yeah, Cartoon Puppet Horror Theater. That's one I picked up because of the Freddy Krueger cover. I figured, what the heck, I'd at least check out the first issue, see whether or not I liked it. And you get a bunch of puppet characters that kind of help bring back a serial killer, hatchet murderer type character. And they give him his cleaver. His name's Clarence the Cleaver. They give him his cleaver to make him whole again. And when they do, that's such a scratchy voice in the morning. Got my coffee though. I like how we get a Hound character that's basically a Van Helsing character hunting down a vampire to start off our story. And it takes us into the whole concept of Clarence the Cleaver and getting him his cleaver back. And once you do, then it turns him into a serial killer again. And he hunts down the puppets, and you gotta see who survives and what they do to deal with Clarence and everything that's going on. It was enjoyable, but the writing was a little confusing. And there were moments I was reading the story, I'm like, what the heck am I reading? Why did it jump from here to here? Just got a little confusing in that route, but other than that, it was an enjoyable little concept. I don't know if I'd read any more of them. I got the main one that had the vampire stuff in it and had the Freddy Krueger cover. I can't remember. I'm not even going to say where the next storyline looks like it's going to, but you'll have to pick it up to check it out. Then we got Dark Ride, issue 6. Sorry about the cough. I just can't get this out of my throat. Uh, our siblings just happen to end up in a junkyard from the park where all the garbage goes, and they get to deal with the garbage cleaner character, the main janitor that's been there ever since the park started. Gives you a little backstory history of the kids and their mom going to the park in the early days, and get to see what their dad was like back then. And for it being the roundup of the first 6 issues, it was a good cleanup to the storyline. I decided to jump off. I don't think I went beyond 6. We'll see future deliveries, but I don't think I went beyond issue 6. I just story wasn't grabbing me as much as Zombilenium did. I mean, same concept, pretty much, a little bit different. One's more afterlife, one's more current life, and mass murderish and all that stuff. But they all have those concepts in them. I just This one didn't grab me as much as I would have liked. I mean, down the road, yeah, I'll pick up the next 6 issues or whatever they come up with out of a bargain bin, hopefully. But until then, I'm pretty much done with that story unless I get me another one or two that I pre-ordered that I didn't know about, but I'm pretty sure I stopped at issue 6. We got Elvira in Monsterland, issue number 1. I picked up 2 covers because this is the vampire issue. Figure what the heck. 2 of the vampire covers. And this is great. It's continuing off the whole remote control, going back into the horror movies of old and trying to save the day. And we find out Vlad the Impaler got a hold of a special remote control and is jumping through the old horror TV movies and stealing Draculas along the way. And we get to see a lot of fun Draculas in here, including, speaking of puppet horror, we do happen to go into a certain puppet realm to find a puppet Dracula that likes to count a lot of things. But this was very well done. As enjoyable as the rest of them have been the past few. The Vincent Price run kind of links into this. The heck is... Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what's making this noise on my computer, but something's doing something weird. Not sure what is causing that. Let's see if I can get this stupid computer to... It's not bringing up the screen I want. I want to kill the volume on it. Come on. It says a laptop from about 20 plus years ago. So you can imagine how well it works and what it's been through. Oh well. It went away now. So see what happens. But yeah, this follows off the Vincent Price Elvira run, Elvira in Horrorland, I think it was called, where she got sucked into the TVs and had to try and figure things out. But yeah, a certain character comes, finds her, and says, "Hey, I need you. need you to do your thing again. Jump into the old horror movies and fix what's going on. Hunt down Vlad, chase him. She gets some new special weaponry this time. And you just gonna have to read it, see who she all chases down and who the next issue is gonna make her go after, or if it's the same person that she's going after through all the issues and they're just changing up storylines or what. But yeah, if you like Elvira or you like old horror and stuff, old horror movies, you'll enjoy that. Then we got Extreme Venomverse #1. I went looking for #1, 2, and 3 because I pre-ordered #4 because they got Jeff the Landshark in it. So I'm like, oh hell, I might as well find out what the other ones are about since it talks like there's short stories in each one. So I'm like, yeah, I will check that out. And this one starts out with the whole Spidey Venom character dealing with the symbiote, trying to get rid of the symbiote and get back to Peter's normal life, if you can call it that. And you get to see the crossover with Eddie Brock and Venom and the standard symbiote takeover storyline. This one brings Doc Ock into it. He's part of the storyline. We get to learn a little bit more about Venom and some people from other universes. Also, crossover into this one from Eddie Brock's past, and you get to find more about his family. And it goes deep into the whole Brock history, but we also get some new characters along the way. And it just get a female Venom and a younger Venom. A fun take on our Scorpion character. I really like the way they did this version. And there's so many. It's so hard to really tell who you're dealing with anymore. But this one was all one story. It was enjoyable. It was very interesting to see. Well, no, it is three different stories, but it all flows together pretty much. And the whole different crossovers, because yeah, you got Eddie Brock in The Best Part of Him. You got Dylan Brock in All in the Family. And then you have Samurai Venom in Tip of the Blade. Are the three different stories in here, but they all kind of meshed together nicely and just gave you a history of some things that were nice to find out, learn about, but what are you really learning? I don't know. What what not timeline, what uh, multiverse are we in? What planet Earth are we on? It's like all that shit. It's like you never know. These are just storylines from different multiverses, I assume. But of course, in all the multiverses, our characters are all there, all the same characters. I don't know. It's gotten to the point where it's really confusing, and all you can do is read the stories and enjoy the characters and just look at everything as a new version of stuff. Don't go into reading anything nowadays at least Marvel and DC wise, without being open-minded to the aspect that any one of your characters could be from a different timeline, a different universe, a different multiverse, a different planet, a different just I like the whole multiverse concept instead of time travel concept, but the concept that every planet and every multiverse has the same exact people dealing with the same exact things, but a different way. Like instead of this person getting the powers, his little sister gets the powers, or his grandma gets the powers. A loved one dies, or a loved one doesn't die, and a different loved one dies, and all these different mixed concepts of the same story with the same people done so many different ways. Why would that be? Why do they have to be those people in every multiverse? Why can't the multiverse just consist of different random people and all that? But, it's too complicated to figure out this day and age. My day and age, you had to have everything. You had to know every aspect of every different little thing, all the way up to something. I don't know how you could do it now with all the shit from the past and all the shit from the present, and who knows what's going to come out in the future. It's it's too much to think about. You'll break your brain. And then we got Gunslinger Spawn. This is number 20. I was hoping this was only going to be like a 12-issue run. I'm glad it wasn't. I'm glad it went further. But I don't know if I'm going to stick on past 24. Just because, I mean, I wanted it to be a short, separate run. And let's figure out what the hell's going on with the whole King Spawn realm. The whole opening all the different hell realms and heavens, angels and shit coming down. Everybody fighting for positions, and yeah. But we get our young character that's all confused about why his dad had any connections with the angels and everything, and why he's with Gunslinger Spawn, and they're still dealing with stuff, and he gets himself in trouble. Gunslinger Spawn comes and helps him. Thing I don't like, you see this image right here. Gunslinger Spawn stops a idiot from stealing the motorcycle, and when he does, it breaks the whole neck and everything on the bike. But then our characters hop on the bike and ride away. That's not. The bike's not going to put itself back together. You have no front uh, tire, no front end, nothing left with this vehicle, but yet they're able to use it. So this is the first issue that really bummed me out because of that concept. But I really like this issue in a different aspect because we got to meet the clown's daughter, which I feel like these dinosaurs I've seen before, but I don't. Well, I think she did cross paths in the earlier issues with us, and we just didn't. I don't remember much of it, but this one definitely got me more interested in this character. She has these little dinosaur beings that hang out with her, and they can change size, and she can make them do different things. And so she's in search of Gunslinger Spawn, and this issue takes them on a whole nother journey to get where they're trying to get to. We learn a little bit more about Gunslinger Spawn again in this issue. I'm definitely looking forward to future, but I've also been waiting for that future of the Clown Spawn Clowney to show up and start doing things in our Spawn world. But instead, we went from a bunch of covers with Plowing on him and his little minions, a teaser of him, and then we haven't heard nothing of the character again. Now we got his daughter popping back in. It's like something's got to be. It's got to be climaxing to some type of big event pretty damn soon. They're starting to really draw this out, considering you got the regular Spawn run, the Gunslinger Spawn, the Scorched, King Spawn. I want to say I don't think Medieval Spawn had his own. He's part of the story and everything. But I want to say there's at least one or two other ones, and they're all still going. So it's like, let's have a huge climax pretty soon. Something's got to happen with all these different issues. It's like, let's finish this story off, or at least give it an ending point on this part of it, and then you can go on with whatever you have to. But yeah, when you put out all these extra issues to go with connect with the regular Spawn run, should focus on the regular run as ongoing and making these 6, 12, maybe 24 issue runs, but don't go beyond. We'll see. They're going to disappoint me if they do. Then we have Maskerade number 5 of 8 now. Kevin Smith decided sales were good. Let's keep doing this. Got him and Andy McElfresh from their little history podcast on the Smodcast platform, which is really enjoyable. I don't know if they ever, I'm assuming they probably did do more episodes, but you got to be a Patreon or whatever. And I listen to over 130 podcasts, so I'm not going to be a Patreon subscriber to all these different podcasts, and I can get plenty of other ones for free. This one takes us deeper into our weird fleshies, people that are using this certain material to give them, I wouldn't really say abilities, just making their bodies and minds numb to pain, and then having surgically enhanced parts of the body. And you can tell with her flesh all wrinkly and weird. She's had lots of things done, nerve endings cut out and stuff. And yeah, it's like, I was never into the weird fleshies. People that like to do different operations and all the different skin enhancements and stuff. But I still like our main character. I like her part of the storyline, but yet she's also kind of a fleshy. She uses the goop for different so she doesn't feel certain things. I don't know. I just keep going back and forth with this one. I just this issue didn't really interest me. But yet the last couple issues had me like, all right, let's go check out the rest of this run now that they added on to it. And then I'm like, yeah. Now I'm like, why did I continue on? I should have just jumped off. Next, we got Spawn number 341. I want to say this storyline started around 300, but we get to meet Corbox, which is another being from, he's more from that heavenly realm and crossing over, looking to take over certain things in the hell zones and trying to get, everybody's trying to still get all these zones opened and get where they want to be or need to be. We also get another group of characters that are kind of after Cagliostro. And this Averon character, I'm not sure if I've ever seen them before. I really like these characters. I'd like to see where they go. See what they're going. I'm interested in seeing what they're going to have to do with this whole situation, but our Haunt character and stuff is still having lots of problems with his health, and Spawn's trying to help him get to where he needs to be to try and heal himself some. And while they're on their way to that, they're constantly running into other characters that are causing all kinds of issues along the way. Then I picked up Spider-Man India #1 last weekend because I stopped at the shop and wanted to get a couple things, and I heard so many good things about this story from its past history and the whole how big it was that they brought it back. And it's fun. I mean, the characters, I mean, a three-headed Mysterio, and we're getting multiple Spider-Men. Basically getting Peter Parker, getting our India Spider-Man, getting our Miles Morales, and they're hanging out, dealing with these beings that are just like the beings from our storylines in the United States, just enhanced differently, how they got their powers and stuff. I just love the characters in this storyline. They're so much more fun than some of ours. It's just, but yeah, don't really. I suppose this is kind of like a redone, so you will get uh, a version of our lizard character in this storyline, along with the Mysterio character and stuff, other things that they run across. But that was really enjoyable. I am going to have to pick up the rest, see where this goes. I think this was a 5-issue run. Could be wrong. Could have been a 3, could have been a 6, could have been ongoing. Who knows? I'm pretty sure it was a 5-issue run. And then our last one that we're going to talk about is Spirit World #1. I'm like reading this thinking it's #2. And I forget that on Free Comic Book Day, we got, I don't know if it was #0 or not, we got a full story for free on Free Comic Book Day. And we get our character that from the spirit world that takes little paper, whatever, burns them and turns them into items that she can use in her environment. She's trying to get back to the spirit world, so she's working with John Constantine, him and all his cats, get him to help her see if they can find a way to open up another realm because in our teaser one, we had Batgirl that got sucked into the spirit world, while our spirit world character stayed on the real world. And now Batgirl's in danger because the spirit world characters, if they find a human, they can smell it, and all of a sudden everybody in the spirit world will know that there's a fleshy in there, and they'll be hunting her down. It's just, I mean, the artwork's beautiful. The action is wonderful. The whole spirit realm is a lot of fun. We get Batwoman comes across some characters in the spirit world that end up crossing over and dealing with her issues in the spirit world and helping her out in ways, if she allows it. And then Constantine and our other characters, our main character, have to deal with trying to find other realms, and while they're dealing with issues along the way, of course, as you can imagine. But that's a really enjoyable story. It's a whole unique new look at a new type of character. I really like where it's going, so I'm gonna hang on to that. I think that again is like a 5 or 6 issue run. I want to say maybe even 8, maybe 6 to 8. So I think it was originally a smaller run, but I think they amped it up a few more issues. I think it was going to be a 5, and then they pushed it to 8 or something like that. But who cares? Just pick them up as they come out. Check them out. You get sick of them, you jump off. If you like them, you stick on. But yeah, it was a fun little pile of comics. Looking forward to where a lot of this goes, and we'll keep you up on some more goodies in the near future. So take care. Talk to you again soon. Check out Crimson Color Comic Club. We got lots of fun issues lately. Creator segments, the variety comic creators that we've had on the podcast. We got Hellboy special episodes that we've been putting out, and who knows what else to come out in the future. Got Cartoonist by Night. Check them out. Yeah, if you want to watch them work on some original artwork or whatever they're doing, talking about. Yeah, 1 to 4 or however many guests they bring on or whatever. I'm not sure what the plan is in the future. I just watch the episodes and draw along while I'm watching them, and keep falling under the color of MS. Rate, review, tell a friend, subscribe, help us get some extra hits out there so we can keep doing this. We've been doing this for free for over almost 600 episodes of audio, and now over 100 episodes of YouTube videos. Got the Instagram up and running with all the art, the original artwork that I've been throwing together lately, and it started some new segments on our YouTube video. We got art videos now. We have the new comic reviews. This one, we got a variety of other ones that we've been bringing out. I read a book without pictures segment. All kinds of fun things. We're going to be doing another unpacking right after this. I'm going to put that together. So who knows, that might be out by the time you see this, or it might come out after this. So check those out. Lots of fun. And tell a friend. And the way it sounds, we might have Under the Cull coming back in the future. Keep an eye and an ear out. That would be fun if we brought it back at least once a month or something. You guys shooting the shit about who knows what. But yeah, talk to you again later. Bye.